Life's best moments are best captured by photography and video. You may ask, why photography and video? Because if a photo is worth 1,000 words, video is worth 1,000,000. And GPS photography and video will leave you speechless. GPS specializes in weddings, sports, fitness, and so much more. Book your next shoot today at 910-257-0526 or gpsphotoandvideo.com.
Welcome to the Amazon's podcast. I'm Glenn Young, owner of Amazon's fitness magazine, Celebrate the Female Physique, amazonsfitmag.com. The podcast is brought to you by Maximus Posing Suits. Celebrate your inner warrior. Custom competition suits for victory on every stage. MaximusPosingSuits.com. And shout out to Michelle Bogdan, owner of Maximus Posing Suits, as she is about ready to hit the stage at the Van Isle show today. So hope she does well. We're going to be looking for stats and everything that's coming up. And of course, this show is brought to you by, the podcast is brought to you by GPS Photography and Video. Why photography and video? Because a photo is worth 1,000 words. Video is worth 1,000,000. My guest, she's back, two-time Olympian Chelsea Dion, IFBB Women's Bodybuilder Pro, and avid user of cannabis. Welcome, Chelsea, and happy 420.
Happy 420 to you.
This is great. I'm so glad you were able to come on and talk about this again, especially on this prestigious day. She wrote an article. If you haven't picked it up, you can off the website. Just go to issues and click and order your own copy. I have 5 of these left in inventory. Cannabis and Competing, which is one of 2 articles written by Melissa Guerrero, IFBB Wellness Pro, and of course the article written by Chelsea Dion, Cannabis, the drug that took my bodybuilding to the next level.
Yes, absolutely.
So one of the things we were talking about last time, you talked about sativa and in the cut. Or you call it in the couch.
In the couch, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's 420. Have you had any, or are you partaking any today?
Not yet. Like I told you when we first started, I have been moving all week. Basically, today should really be like the last day. We're just getting little things here and there. Mm-hmm. And I've just been so busy that I haven't even had the chance to like sit down and relax. This is my first time I've been able to sit down all day. But I will be smoking later because we're going to go train in a little bit. So I always smoke. I always smoke before I work out. And then once I get home from the gym, it's like I get high and high and high and high.
So what are you going to smoke as you work out? That would be what? The sativa? Did I say that right?
So that's what a lot of people like to smoke before the gym or, you know, kind of during the day when they have things to do. It's one of the weed that gives you like more type of energy. It's one that you can kind of go do things. You're not going to feel tired. You're not going to feel like really high. And I don't really like that. So I am like a girl who likes an indica or a like indica hybrid type, where I like to feel more of like the body high. It gives me more of like a mental high too. So when I smoke like an indica heavy weed before the gym, my mind muscle connection is just so on point. Like it's amazing. So that's why I prefer the indica.
Indica. I was saying in the cut. Or you call it in the couch, but okay, in the cut.
Well, so that's how you can remember what weed does what. So sativa is energy, indica, you get stuck in the couch because it's just like you get stuck.
But that's only 2 kinds, right? You talked about terpenes, which is the secretion of THC. Tell me more. What's been your most potent thing that you've smoked?
Honestly, I'm not like a big person on specific strands.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will smoke honestly whatever is put in front of me.
Mm.
My boyfriend really likes the like specific strands. Right now, I think we're smoking. It's called Bruce Banner.
Okay.
And that one has been really awesome, I think, for the gym. And like I said, my mind muscle connection is just like on another level. And I think it's because of that specific strand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I feel like I need some right now.
Well, feel free to partake. I know one of the things I was reading that it came out was that, like in the 70s, THC of today is about 13 more percent more potent than then.
Oh
So
yeah,
I thought that was
I believe it.
interesting.
I
And
believe
now
it
that
because I mean,
their own,
every everything is so like it's just like with technology, like everything gets better and better and better. So there's ways to grow things specifically to have a stronger, weed content,
mm-hmm.
certain myrcene levels. So it's all just a matter of the science behind all of it, which is pretty cool. Where my boyfriend's really interested in it.
Hmm. So do you see yourself? I mean, we talked about it before. You going to open up your own dispensary or?
I don't know about dispensary because I hear that they actually don't do very well.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
find
yeah.
that hard to believe. It'd be like
Yeah,
it's literally a buyer's market.
yeah, I think it's because of like the overhead costs and all the
Mm-hmm.
licenses you need and stuff like that. Because the government doesn't want like that people to make a bunch of money off that. They want to make the money off of it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true.
Unfortunately, yeah, yeah.
Which
But
one do you? Hmm?
I would like to have my own like a company where it's like my own strands of weed that is like geared to specific things.
Right. That would make sense. What do you think is harder to open? Oh, because I don't own either. A liquor store or a weed dispensary, given today is
Probably
what's going on.
probably a liquor store would be
Yeah.
easier
Because
for
all
sure.
was
Like
by the government, they're gonna tax the hell out of it and the licensing and stuff. But or and
yeah,
a third one will be
and
a, a
to
weed
me,
store.
I don't even understand how weed or how alcohol is so legal because it is like literally the one thing that you could be addicted to and it could kill
Hmm.
you when you come off of it.
Right. Sclerosis of the liver. Of course, you get cancer from smoking, or in the case of smoking weed, a type of cancer, I guess. But all in moderation, I guess, would be the best.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
You're frozen.
Oh, let me see. Mm, how about now? Still stuck?
That's
Mm,
better. You're not
okay.
frozen now.
I had to re
Oh,
go
now
out
you're
and come back
frozen again.
in. I do have a little bit of storm, but there was actually an internet outage here last week. That was crazy going through school and everything because they couldn't kids couldn't get on the computers or Chromebooks, so that was sort of
You
nuts for
sound
about
like a
30, 40,
robot.
about nuts about 45 minutes. That's still not better on the audio. Mm, can you hear me now?
Hello?
How about now? Is that any better? Still not even better? Wow. Oh,
Hello? Oh,
you got me? Oh. Well, why am I now having problems today? Everything was going so well.
you unfreeze for a second and then you freeze again.
Okay. Well, let me
And
ask you the next question.
I can't hear you. You just sound like a robot.
Oh man. So you still can hear me now? Uh, mm, let me check my audio. Let me see. Hang on. Test, test, test. Sounds okay, but you still can't hear me? No?
I can kind of hear you, but it doesn't. It's still real choppy and broken up.
Okay. Well, let's try to move on as best we can. So you've been doing cannabis or weed about 4 years, and you talked about that. But the three things, I was talking about, I'd ask you liquor store, weed store, or gun store. Which would you prefer to open? You still can't hear me?
Should I exit out and try again?
Yeah, let's try to restart. Come back and come back in. Better? All right. Stand by.